I was 10 years old when I just missed qualifying for our regional championships in gymnastics. I remember running into the locker room crying and telling all my friends that I was done with the sport. Well, there was a teammate, a role model of mine, an older girl on the team that I'd looked up to, and she came over and she handed me a little orange card. And on the card was a poem called "You Mustn't Quit." And she said, "Keep this poem with you because if you give up now, you'll never find out what you're truly made of. Think of all the years that you've put into the sport and you can't give that away in a few moments." And she was right, and I came back and I had a lot of success in gymnastics. And I was confronted by the same dilemma a number of years later when I'd injured my back in aerial skiing. And I really did want to give up because it felt like there was no path back, and I really didn't want to deal with the pain or devastation anymore. Well, I was rifling through a drawer, and one day I came across this poem that this girl had given to me when I was 10 years old. And it was wrapped with Scotch tape now because I'd had it for so many years. And this poem reminded me of how important it was to make sure that we're looking at everything we've put into something and don't give up in those last key moments, because there's a lot of drive and a lot of fight we have left in us if we put it out there. And so I want to share part of this poem with you today because I think it can help you when you go through those challenging times. So you mustn't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but never quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seemed worst that you mustn't quit. And I'm so glad that I didn't quit in that moment, because just a year and a half later, I came back and won America's first gold medal in the sport. And so don't give up on your hardest moments. Remember that there's a lot of work that you put in, and make sure that you're giving it your fight because it's going to pay off in the end. This has been Nikki Stone with your Motivational Minute.